Yeah,
How's it going, Nakama? The DarkBriton is back with some One Piece 1092 live review with some panel-by-panel breakdown. And as always, I've got the lads with me. How's it going, gentlemen?
Good.
Oh,
Ready
good.
to see what's monkeying around here. Seems to be the cover page.
Oh, let's jump into it. Because in it we have Luffy versus Kizaru.
I lost my bet at the office. I lost my bet.
Oh, you had a personal bet going?
Yeah, I really, because, I'm just obsessed with Sanji. But I was like...
You thought Sanji was...
Sanji versus Luffy, but... No, what? Let's go.
Hey,
you got a bet? How
no,
much was it?
not in
zero,
here.
Zero. Just my reputation was on the line this time.
Yeah, he was a senpai and now he is no longer a senpai. But in that, we have our first verses with an admiral. So in the reader request, Tarzier brothers stealing Kobe and Helmeppo's eyewear. Tarziers are adorable little primates, little monkeys.
Oh, did you know you knew that?
Tarziers, yeah.
Wow.
They have really big eyes. They're not like eyes, but they're very similar in the same family. I was a wildlife biologist, so this was my bag. They're incredibly adorable. They're like 8 inches tall.
I've seen these things before.
Very, very small, but very cute. But as we can all see, and I don't think I've seen Helmeppo's eyes since he was a wee lad. Like, he's always had these sunglasses. Yeah, he's always had his eyewear on. So, yeah, nothing too big with Helmeppo. By the way, Helmeppo in the live action much better than Helmeppo in the manga. Just gonna say that.
That little thing at the end. He's like, I just want to prove that Zoro. I can. Anyway, well, you'll see.
Yeah, he's being set up to be Zoro's rival in the crew. Won't stand a candle, but all right. So only 15 pages. Only 15 pages. So in that, I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 because we're jumping right into it. They're not giving us any fluff. So you have.
I hope there is no break. That's it.
Don't put that juju out there. So you have giant Luffy who's on a tower. He's like he, and he's got a little Kizaru in the palm of his hands. And you have Usopp looking up. You have Nami looking up. The poses, Oda, and then you have the 3 of the 4 remaining Vegapunks just watching, just like what? This is no good. And now Luffy's just shaking him around. Whoa, let's not get carried away. And you have Luffy in giant, mind you, giant Luffy form, just oof. And whatever he's about to do, I think Samurai Drew is about to find out. Throwing it over to you. Unless y'all have any panel by panels on this page.
No, but I just love the whole idea that Kizaru is just like the stoned admiral. Like he's just like the one that's like constantly, like
Constantly fucked up.
This dude's wild.
I mean, this is great. He'd be like, whoa, this is a crazy ride. All right.
Let's not get carried away.
Right.
Drew, it's all you.
So, yep. Ready for the next. Is that me?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, see, we're off. Okay, got it. Fine. Away! Yeah. Look at him fly. Hurry, let's run for it. Well, Luffy's holding off Kizaru. And yeah, so everyone's like, okay, here's our break. Where are you going, Atlas? I'm going down below to take control of the pacifistas again. Otherwise, we'll be zapped by lasers as soon as the barrier's down. And so she's got a little jetpack on. She's pointing to the back of it a little bit. Because that's the idea for the moment. Then who's talking here? Oh, this must be Edison?
Yep. That's the little guy up front.
Let me think. There's no authority here. There's no high authority here than Vegapunk. Our controls the pacifistas wins.
Interesting. So I just like how Kizaru's first, initial attack went way, way away, and then like came back and smacked Luffy. So Luffy's like, all right, you want to go far away? Woof, and just like sends him flying. That's okay, Luffy. He's a little bit of a stickler that way. Okay, Luffy. As he's just laughing at him. You all have any panels you want to break down on that one?
No.
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, on to page 4. Wait, Atlas, I'll go with you. Huh? What makes you think that you're allowed to do that? And this whole thing is happening because people are after your life, man. But listen, Frankie, and he's sweating it out. He has something very important to tell Frankie here. It seems like Bonnie is down below now. Shit, I know. What's a good Frankie boy? Oh yeah, but she's alive. Glad to hear it. Kizaru kicked her right into the barrier, so I was worried. And then, how does a grown man like you let her get kicked? That must be Sanji.
That's Sanji.
Sorry. What's that?
That's definitely Sanji.
Yeah. And, sorry, my bad. I'll go help her as soon as I can. But the barrier. This is Sanji speaking. And Sanji's, he's all riled up. If Bonnie needs to be rescued, I'm there. Building second floor. We've packed up all your luggage for you, Vegapunk. I'll head toward the rear exit. Let's all meet up there. And yeah, Sanji has a mission. That's okay. Okay. I'm accepting that Sanji doesn't get to fight Kizaru, but he does get to rescue Bonnie, who has a little crush on him.
Yeah, F's in the chat for Samurai Drew's. What was it? Fan cannon. F.
All right.
F.
I'm not gonna say anything about that until we know Bonnie's actual age.
Who's fan? Gotta throw it in the chat. Have to. All right. So Segrain, it's all you, brother.
All right. Okay, moving on. Below in the Fabio phase. Stay away from the center of town. We believe that the pirate jewelry bunny is there. She's lurking somewhere. Just watch out. Damn it! I should have already turned someone into a child. She'll tweak your age. Now where'd she go? Scamper off too. Find her and take her out. I've spotted Sentomaru. He's burned into a crisp. Oh, Sentomaru. Okay. Any thoughts? Or should I just move on?
I don't really have anything as far as how she's doing it. She might try and make a play to save Sentomaru, but that's all I got.
Yeah, seems like she's already started.
Well, if you
She's
Static.
if you make Sentomaru younger, does that mean his wounds will go away? And
I think so.
Also, conversely, if you make him older, does that mean that his wounds will heal? So she could do either one just to get him out of the situation. He could be like tiny and be like, okay, at least I can get out of here right now, you know? So that could be possible.
But then what if she turns him into an alternate version of himself?
An alternate? Oh, like, because he's like... No, because these people are like, oh man, I'm a baby now. So they must have their mentality must be the same. Or else
but like her powers, you know the way she can turn you into an alternate. She can change you into an alternate reality, like Luffy's alternate future or something like that.
Oh, you're going to be my head, right? You're blowing my head off.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Next page.
Well, real quick, Static coming in to save Samurai Drew. I mean, he can still fight him in the future. Doesn't mean it's the final fight.
I need Sanji to kick freaking Kizaru so hard, and I need him to be like, ooh, Oh, that's what I want, but that's just fake.
Similar to Marco's kick?
Like Marco's kick. Because Marco's like, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
Alright, you got one more, brother. Wait a second.
Oof. Oh, okay. Sentamaru, Bunny, run before the Navy gets here.
Oh, he caught her.
Yeah. What do I do? Can I manage to stay hidden until it all blows over? Oh, so it seems like she was thinking about what happened before. So it seems like it was Sentamaru that he protected her, like, through the barrier or something like that?
No, he caught her. She's falling, so
Oh.
you can see the smoke, so that she hit the barrier. Oof. Sentamaru huff huff. So he's the one who caught her.
Oh. Okay.
And then
Alright.
he said run, and then I'm guessing he just passed out. That's why he's face down now.
Okay.
Alright. That's an interesting one. Static, if you're in the chat, let us know if you have any thoughts on these panels up until now. I think it's pretty straightforward. So if y'all don't have anything, I'm going to go ahead and jump into page 7. In 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Labo phase. Ah! What's that? Are you fighting Zoro? What's that? Are you fighting Zoro? Clang, clang. You want help? Just focus on Kizaru, man. And then you have Awakened Zoan Kitty versus 3 Sword Style Huff Huff. As Rob Lucci is huff huffing. Rob Lucci is giving a huff huff fighting Zoro. And then we go down to Zoro epically pushing Rob Lucci back. So epic.
What? Wait a minute. Wait, tell me this, okay? So, Zoro can cut Kaido, okay? But he can just go like this against Rob Lucci's going like this against his sword attacks? It just seems like crazy.
I'm guessing
he's doing it with his talent.
Yeah, I think their claws are meeting. I think it's like a sword fight and their claws are
If he's
meeting.
doing this, man, that is a little. I'm a little far-fetched, but I do like the talent idea. I'll buy the talent.
Yeah, so I think it's claws versus swords kind of thing. Segreen, you got anything? Punk Records looks really cool up there.
Claws versus swords, just like the Surf Village fight.
Well, is claws v swords the cue of the day? Just throw that in the chat, just as a thought for us for
The
later.
best claw versus sword fight, and we'll think of a third one because I'm sure there's been a third one.
There's gonna be a lot of different things that we could probably discuss as far as what our sip and discuss chat is gonna be. So I'm going on. So now we have, if this is the best you can do, I would if this is the best you can do, I wouldn't expect a. If this is the best you can do, I wouldn't expect a shot at fighting our captain. Ha ha ha, we'll see. But the number... We'll see, but the number 2 of an Emperor of the Sea is more than worth killing on his own. Interesting.
Lucci, you baddie.
Kizaru looks to be flying away from the Labo phase, almost into the sea, and he seemed to be falling towards the ocean. Seemed to be falling towards the ocean, and he just does like a little graceful swoosh, and like he flows up.
Have you ever seen the bottom left panel in One Piece? I've never seen that drawn ever. That style.
Yeah, that is new.
That is completely a new idea. That is so cool.
The
Look
swoop.
how close he is, and it's a fisheye lens. okay?
Ooh.
It's a fisheye lens that's tracking, okay? And it's a zip, zip, zip. It's like and it looks so freaking cool. Like, what shot is he imitating? Well, I can't think of a shot like this. This is something brand new. This is like to be replicated. You just remember this. That's
Interesting.
Cool. Anyway.
No, it's a really good point. And look at him using his professional career to really go through that. But Samurai Drew, you're at the top of page 9, brother.
Well, wow, don't I get a big panel to read off? But here you go. Yasuni, Yasakani, Sacred Jewel, and I'm assuming that he's like teleporting his his energy waves over to Egghead Island. The anime is gonna have a lot of fun trying to make this panel more than 4 seconds. Okay. Yeah.
No, they're gonna draw out him coming up to the water, dude, and it's gonna focus on his face, and then it's gonna focus on him getting down closer. Then it's gonna focus on his face. Then he's gonna get closer to the water. Then it's gonna focus on his face. Then it's gonna get closer to the water, and it's gonna do that for like a minute.
Like that. In Oda's head, this is like in a second.
I know, but the anime is still gonna draw it out for 2 minutes.
Right. But I just love this idea. It's such a good action scene. Anyway, okay, all right, and I get one more panel. On to.
Ha!
So cool, and I get another. I get the another very light one, which would be Gear 4 Luffy, Gear 5 Luffy looking out, and he sees the sacred jewel coming towards him, and then we get the clone.
I was about to say yeah.
Yeah. We get the shadow clone jutsu, the light clone jutsu, and a bunch of Kizurus are all around him. And he goes, "Wah!" And of course he's surprised. And wow, I mean, it just shows you how much distance he can cover. But you know that he's like that. If you get a good hit on him, that he's going down. He's got to be light in the sheets or whatever. He's got to be easy to knock out. Yeah, but he's so freaking fast. Look, he'll come back in a second. So yeah, love that. Anything else you guys want to add?
No, I just really like that he got thrown miles away, just transported himself, and now he's got the shadow clone, and he's playing into Luffy's fighting demeanor, kind of, for me at least. Wait a second. Oh, go ahead and read the 3 because Static just pointed out something very interesting on on his 3rd point.
Oh, what's he saying? Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So first thing he says, I compare Luffy to Kizaru to Luffy versus Katakuri. Sorry, I compare Luffy versus Katakuri to Luffy versus Kizaru. The fight is going to be difficult. Luffy will surpass him. Lucci is having some character development. The fact that he acknowledged Luffy as a Yonko. Static with the call there. Because Lucci was like, I'll never acknowledge you as a Yonko. That's why I'm fighting you. So F you. And now he's like, I mean, you're the number 2 of a Yonko, so you're worth killing. And it's like, okay, so you've acknowledged
not
it.
all. Maybe he is thinking like not all. You know, he's like it's like a camaraderie. You're thinking, or more like he just acknowledges his strength.
Well, again, he's finally acknowledging Luffy as an emperor, which he said, I don't acknowledge. He said outright, I don't acknowledge you as an emperor. In this arc. So, Sagrain, you've got. Wait, did you go or? Yeah, Sagrain, you're at the next 2.
I'm up next. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm moving on. Next page. Manu Murakumo sword. Okay, the same sword he used with Rayleigh, right?
Yep.
I think so.
Yep.
Whoa. Gum done with. That was a holo. Which was Which one's the real one? Tricked here. Gum. Oh, okay. So it's a continuation. Okay, I'm just going right on.
That's fair.
Gum. Done. Stamp. Did I get the real one too?
Oh,
This game is
interesting. Wow.
So-
Okay.
So he's just getting the clones. He can't get the real one. Okay. Yeah, I think that is where mine stops.
Let's see.
Get the real one.
I just have to.
Yeah,
I just
well,
want to
that-
get the whole. Because that just looks weird.
I love the hollow thing because obviously that's because of my baby, the
Piranha.
goth queen herself, Perona. And I'm so glad that Oda's like, oh yeah, remember Perona? She's great. Luffy remembers Perona, so you should too. Perona's great.
Yeah, it also looks weird to me. Like, since it's a clone, it's not the real one. That is why he can't hit him. I would have said, wait, Luffy in Gear 5 should have, like, should be able to hit automatically with Haki. That is what I would say. So he should be able to hit low gear users. But since he's a clone, it's just weird how it works.
It's all weird how it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and. What's up?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I was gonna go ahead and jump on if there's no other stuff been discussed. All right.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right. No, sorry. Panel by panel breakdowns. Yeah, he tricked me, and then Luffy's just looking down. So you have Kizaru holding up Usopp by the face. Luffy. That's strange. Wherever could Vegapunk be? And you have someone pointing a sword at him. Not sure who that one is. Huh? And then here comes a crash.
Oh, that's
Wait.
Brook.
Thank you. That is Brook with the sword. Sword cane.
Oh,
Wait, hang on. Let me in too, Vegapunk. And that's Sanji. What's gotten into you? You look crazy. Don't you dare touch her navy. What? Wait, what? What's gotten into you? You look crazy. Don't you dare touch her navy. Interesting.
what is that?
So you have
Like, that's-
the Vega tanks, and here comes Vegapunk, and I'm guessing he's angry? And you have Atlas behind him who's just chill. Hang on, Bunny. Oh! He's getting mad over Bonnie? Hang on, Bonnie, I'm coming to save you. I won't let that poor little child... I won't leave that poor little child behind to die. Really? She was just trying to kill him at the very beginning, and now... That's very interesting. Do y'all have any discussions on this?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I'm starting to buy the whole dumb the fan theory that Bonnie's like a clone of Kuma's old daughter that he killed, or that he like let die, or something like that. Because Vegapunk seems to care a lot about her, but Kuma wants hands off. He doesn't want to, talk to her. But I don't know. That's starting to make a little bit more sense when you're looking at how intense he is right now. Like he knows that Sanji has it under control. He's like a freaking crazy strong guy. But Vegapunk's still taking it into his own account. So that means that he has a big stake in the game. So we'll see.
Wow, that makes sense. So, Grant, any thoughts?
Yeah, I've got a lot of thoughts on my mind, but I don't even... I'm thinking, how should I even start putting them in words? Anyway, we can discuss them in the Super and Discuss.
Fair. And good call out to Static, who mentioned that Nami is also trying to fight back against Kizaru. So just want to uplift some other stuff from Kizaru. Yep, Luffy is bleeding a little bit. Good call about that, my Static. And then people theorize Bonnie might be a child instead of an adult. I firmly believe that Bonnie is actually a child instead of an adult. How do I believe that? Because when she was in the water thing, when she first popped out, she was in a child form. So I firmly believe that she is a child. Just saying. Because when we first met her, she was in that big water. Drew, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry, I took a bite of a Pop-Tart. But yes, no, I totally can see that. I didn't even make that connection until just now. You're blowing my mind.
About when we first met her and she popped out in kid form?
Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, nullifier, double.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Hands up, Sanji.
Ha
Oh, that would make her about the same age as the other dudes, the Warlord knockoffs, the little Warlords.
Oh,
Seraphim.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, like it's all like around the same time.
I would love to see a child bunny and baby boa interaction.
We might get it. Alright. We've got, 2 pages left? So I'm going to do... It's not a double page, so I'll do the first, and then, Drew, you bring us home, okay? Appleman! Don't go into the open, he'll kill you. And where do you think you're going, Vegapunk? And he's like, Luffy jumps in the way and takes it. Ah, it burns. I'll go too. And looks like Frankie grabs on. Lilith, use General Frankie to carry the ship. Okay. So Luffy took the blast, and then Samurai Drew, bring us home, brother.
Whoa. Okay. Very exciting, very exciting. Okay, here we go. I'll bring it. The coast of Egghead. Alert! Dr. Vegapunk has descended from the lava phase. Partially deactivating Frontier Dome. The Frontier Dome. Reactivating soon. Attention, all pacifistas. Vegapunk has new orders. Wipe out all Navy sailors on this island. Ching 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 ching, and all of them are getting the same transmission.
Because
and
they override, but you see ominously the only person who can override that.
Right. Dun 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 dun.
And he also override the Pacifista? I thought he can only override the Seraphim.
But he has to get over that loud order right there. He personally has to make his voice louder than that.
So, Segrain, to your question, we've seen 2 diagrams of the hierarchy chart. Both of those were different. One was for the Seraphim, the other were for the MK3. Exactly the same. So that's where you could be getting confused, because you may be thinking we saw the hierarchy twice for the Seraphim. No. The most recent one that we saw was literally the authority chip, and then it was Sentomaro, and then above Sentomaro is the satellites.
I was even referencing to this particular chapter. I think there was a panel where I saw it said, there's no higher authority here than Vegapunk. Whoever controls the Pacifistas win.
Yeah, but
they don't, because they don't know he's here. Okay.
So that's why they came out into the open. They don't know Saturn's on the boat.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, to Static's point, what is Saturn going to do? And with all of that, I think it's time to pivot into a sip and discuss, a toast to kicking butt. So for all those who are jumping into the stream, again, thank you, Static, for stopping around. One of the big things that we start at this part is who's the MVP of the chapter. They're going to be the thumbnail of the video. And then what is going to be the question of the community for the week. We had one suggestion of, is it Zoro fighting against Rob Lucci's claws? There could be much more questions. So,
Okay.
What do you got, Drew?
Okay. Here's what I'm thinking is, what is the best claw versus sword fight? Okay. And, so we got that one. What's the other one that we have? We have, well, I guess Zoro did take on Captain Kuro for a second. but not really the whole time. I think he only like defended a blast or something.
Yeah, but the Cat brothers were clawed.
Oh, yes, the Muvan brothers. Okay, so that one. So Muvan brothers.
Is Bonnie a clone or a kid? That's the question.
Oh, one more time.
Is Bonnie a clone or a kid? There's that. That's a community
I do
question.
like that too. Fine. Just because I can't think of a third. If only I could think of a third.
What is Saturn's next move? Now that he hears, now that like they're losing ground.
It depends. He literally said, "I don't want people to know I'm here." So
Yeah, but his expression looks different right now.
yeah. So it's his choice whether he wants to reveal himself or not. Like that's literally where we're at. So the question can be, does Saturn reveal himself? So we have we have the claws versus swords. We have kid or clone, and then we have does Saturn reveal himself? And then Static, and again whoever else, if you want to drop any thoughts on what the question could be, going through. Not Brooke and let's see. People theorize Bonnie might be a child instead of an adult. And then what's Saturn going to do? Yeah. So Static, if you want to drop any thoughts or questions that we could probably do for community, what are y'all's thoughts? Claws versus swords. Is Bonnie a kid or a child, or what was that last one, Sagrain? We just literally just said.
JayGarcia Saturn's next move.
Does JayGarcia reveal himself? I think that should be it. So what are we thinking? Will Kuma make it in time?
Do we know if Kuma is coming here? That is it.
We can only assume. We can only assume this is where he's coming instead of the New Baka Kingdom. And it might just be because Bonnie's in trouble. It could be just as simple as that. He has a failsafe that if Bonnie's ever in mortal danger, X, Y, and Z. So there's a fourth question. Drew, what are your thoughts on these?
No, I don't like. No, I think I like the whole Bonnie young or not, but I think we all agree, so it'd only be one way. So I'm kind of over. I think I'm over the claw question because I can only find the two examples.
That's fair. You froze for a second too. We can still hear you though.
Oh no, yeah. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. So we have will Kuma make it in time? Then we have will Saturn reveal?
Will Saturn reveal?
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, because that's really interesting. Like, would you like let all of the Navy die or whatever, and then be like, Kuma's? Actually,
okay.
No, go the other way around.
Will JayGarcia Saturn reveal at?
So I think is more of like, since he might not really care of what the order for the pacifistas is, because his expression might not be like in response to the order, but in response to Vegapunk now is now out. So he's now out in the open.
Not sure on that one.
So if Kizaru can't do it, he will do it himself.
Again, and that's a maybe. That's part of the conversation. So if you want to go ahead and vote, both of you want to go ahead and vote on that, and then Static, and then we'll leave it up until the end of the stream so we can have the community let us know what their thoughts are. So where do we start, or where do we want to cover in the chapter? Again.
Oh, you remember Mr. Green was talking some crazy in the beginning? Like he was like.
He normally does. What's
theory. Up? Remember that?
Which one?
Well, I know, but Mr. Green was really going crazy right in the beginning about something. I'm trying to remember. We were like, whoa, we gotta move on. What was it? Oh, it was about Bonnie. No, it wasn't about Bonnie. It was before that. Well, I can't remember. I thought Mr. Green would have remembered.
I also can't remember.
Yeah, not sure how controversial that is. Oh, Go ahead.
Wait, Bunny being a child?
No, it was before
Or the
that.
joke of
What?
Sanji backing off?
There is that,
What was that?
because Sanji is running to her rescue right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, I love the idea that Sanji will have like 3 girlfriends, like the princess, Violet, Pudding, and Bonnie. Like he has like a menagerie of wives at the end of One Piece. Like that's his One Piece. They're all winning the all blue.
Well, he is
My
number
dude-
3, so
My dude is working hard to get his harem.
Dude's working every day.
jeez. Let's see here. Speaking of Bonnie, Vegapunk's reaction to her being one. I think she was at the island. I think that Bonnie was on Egghead. For 2 distinct reasons. Well, 3. Kizaru calling her an acquaintance. So there's that big thing. Sentomaru come saving her. And now we have Vegapunk running down there. Does that make sense? Every one of them has had all 3 of those guys who we know were very, very close working together on that island.
Yeah.
Has some type of connection and aka wants to protect Bonnie in some kind of way. What are y'all's thoughts? Any thoughts on that?
Why would the government want her? Is the only question. Like, okay, fine, she's a clone or something, but why would the government want her if she's a clone? It's like, okay, that's not that great. Like, what's so important about her? I wonder.
There has to be something we don't know yet. If the government wants her, there has to be something we don't know yet.
No,
Either
she's a big mom. She's like a big mom clone.
who
We
knows?
don't know how many times they've
She-
captured her.
They both have pink hair. They are both glutens.
They're
Dude,
both
and
just
the pink
absolute
lipstick
monsters.
Thing, like, really gets me. The hungry appetite.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Bonnie.
They eat non-stop. Even their temper.
Because Bonnie hasn't showed us what she looks like when she's like really older. Like she could be like beefed up, ooh. You know, like when she goes older, like older.
She
This
has.
is like
Nah, we've seen her. She looks almost exactly like Tusi, like Buckingham's Tusi.
oh, never
very
mind. You're
small.
right.
Yep,
I
because
remember
we
that.
saw her in Marijua.
Yeah.
No, theory over. Not Big Mom.
Not Big Mom.
Well, we we haven't seen Big Mom in her 80s or 90s, so we can't speculate. What if she shrinks?
Did you see like? Oh yeah, Did you read what was the giant? When was the giant robot coming into play?
I'm interested because, but again, it's Oda. We got the reveal of the giant robot last chapter, so we won't find out for another 2 weeks, maybe 3. Just saying. It can't be anything involving Kuma. I'm guessing it's something involving Gear 4 Luffy in the energy that he may be putting out. I'm guessing. But it's a crapshoot there. We saw when Luffy was sent flying that he went through like a little mountain cliff kind of thing. So Kuma could have hit the red line, got up there, and then pooped himself to get there. So he could be en route right now. No idea what's going to happen with Kuma, how that's going to play out. But I would assume that he might have something to do with that giant robot. Assume.
You know how
Wait,
in, like,
so-
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Do we still know who Vegapunk called for help at that time?
I don't know.
What if they were the one? What if they are the one controlling the giant robot?
Maybe.
It has to do with his devil fruit.
It could be the devil fruit or the technology.
The drums is the only thing that ignited him.
And that's
That is
what I
what we
think.
think.
That's what I feel. Like that's what we think. We also thought who is it? Green Bull was a good admiral. We thought that, so we can think a lot of things as fans.
And I think because we are trying to use
I don't know how you can believe that.
Because we are trying to like correlate what Oda has shown us in the past. So like because we saw this guy, the other admiral, the good admiral, I'm forgetting his name. With the purple this thing.
Fujitora.
Yeah, because we were seeing Fujitora as good, that was why we thought Green Bull might be good. So this one, I think, like a lot of, I don't know of you guys, but like from what I've noticed in the community, a lot of people are correlating with what they saw when Luffy's gear first activated. Zoro's eyes, Zunisha.
Ooh, that's fair. That is very, very fair. Shout out to those that are in the stream real quick. If you could go ahead, one second. If for those in the stream, if you could go ahead and like the stream, it really does help us out, as well as votes, please. That really does help us out. As far as we had 6 people in the stream, if you could go ahead and like the stream, helps us out. Go ahead, Drew.
Sorry, Drew. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh. No. Okay. This is all I want. Okay. Forget all that. Okay. Pretend that the drums is actually what's igniting these ancient powers, okay? Because that's what is described in the anime as well when it's going on. Dum dum dum, and then the Zunisha's eyes come alive with the dum dum with the drums, like, oh, Joy Boy's here. Of course, it's Joy Boy igniting the consciousness of these ancient weapons, okay, or whatever. You know, okay, maybe they're not ancient weapons, but these giant things, the robot, this, okay, but Luffy doesn't know that. Nobody else knows that, okay? And just us, the audience, has seen it, okay? Nobody else, nobody else, the crew's seen it, okay? Same thing with this robot is what I'm trying to say is, I don't think he's gonna come into play. I think he'll be like about to do something and then Luffy's gonna leave, or I think that would be really interesting because when they all do assemble and then it's like boom, 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 and then they all like come up. And it's like, whoa, what's all this? I think that'd be more exciting. Like, well, I wasn't expecting all these things to happen. I guess everyone's following me right now. I think that'd be a cooler reveal, but we'll see what happens. But I like the idea that the audience is in on the joke, and the Straw Hats aren't until the end.
Well, that's already been shown. For example, when Vegapunk, when Stella burst in, was like, is the warrior in white here? And they're like, Luffy? Like, he's just the Gum for it. So we're getting this exposition in a similar to what you were talking about.
But Vegapunk doesn't know that he can control this robot downstairs.
True.
Hypothetically.
He's learned, well, that's the thing, he's learning a ton of new stuff from all of them. Where I still remember when Frankie was just like, oh, it runs on coal, and Vegapunk's like, what? Or like when Jinbei pointed out that the Seraphim had personalities similar to their originals, and he's just like, oh, like Vegapunk's like definitely still taking it all in. What on earth is this?
Well, what do you got?
Oh no, just I'm just going through chats.
Well, do we have one that we didn't read off?
After the samurai reveals, if you want to go ahead and read those, you can.
Okay. My thought is the chapter's pretty good. I hope we get flashbacks soon about Bonnie. It may have something to do with the aging ability, like her, everybody wanting a piece of the old Bonnie.
Interesting.
Yeah, like.
I could definitely see her being a slave to the world nobles about that.
And like the nobles are starting to age again.
Yeah, and they just make her. I mean, it basically is the op. It can perpetually do what the op fruit, I guess, would do everlastingly.
I don't think. I doubt if it should be able to do that.
Do you think it wears off?
I think, yeah, firstly I think it wears off. Also, I don't think it is that powerful. I don't think it is that like that powerful to be, because if it is, don't forget we're in a pirate world, and the up fruit is the only fruit currently that like pirates are willing to kill anyone to get because of that power.
Yeah.
Do you think Dofi wouldn't have known of Bonnie's fruit? His abilities?
I don't think a lot of people act surprised when they see her, how she works. Like, I don't think it's fair to say that we can assume really much in this world, since we're only given a sliver of the information of their context. Like Luffy's fruit is the perfect example of that. The perfect example. So we can't really with our limited information say, oh, this isn't how the world works, and then it does, and we're like, oh, I didn't know that. So I hear where you're coming from, and I'm also like, I could definitely see it working out that way.
I just hope Oda fills in all the holes that he left behind in all these like small details, because there's a lot of them.
That's fair. That is very fair. Have y'all voted? Oh, we've got 5 votes. Okay.
Hey, do you want to talk about the votes, or do you want to talk about something in the chapter?
Let's continue talking about the chapter. We'll go for another 14 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so I was thinking about Kizaru's little multiple thing, and Luffy's saying like, oh, it's like the hollow fruit. But doesn't it make more sense, like, okay, there's like, this is like so Kizaru has to like peel off parts of him to make these light things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like right now, let's say his whole inner torso is missing to make all of these light clones. Okay, meaning maybe, but then when Luffy destroys them like this, that means they all dissipate back into Kizaru, or does Luffy like weaken them? You know, I wonder. Is Kizaru weakened by hitting his clones? Maybe just. Like,
I think it's just a mirage.
Yeah, since it's light.
So it's just a mirage. There's nothing actually. There's just light. Since he can manipulate it the way he wants, he can give them specific shapes. So Luffy hitting it won't affect him in any way.
So you don't even think he broke a sweat doing that? He didn't even like expend any energy making those?
I definitely think he's expending energy. He's I don't know if he's huffing yet. Lucci is huffing. And we can also talk about that one too.
In the beginning, wasn't he a little worried after Luffy grabbed him? Oh,
he was.
Oh, no.
He was. Oh, so this is the thing that you do. Ooh, this is the thing that you do. For those who sorry, go ahead. Yeah, and then shot him like a pitcher almost into the water, which is kind of funny. But to those who just jumped in the stream, if you could go ahead and like and subscribe, Nakama. It really does help us out. It allows the stream to go a little bit further. We will be having the poll of will JayGarcia reveal himself at Egghead Island. That will be ending in about, we'll say 6 to 7 minutes. So around 5 minutes till we're done with the stream. But right now there are 7 votes, and it is very close to what the community feels. Very, very
something I think I saw or heard in someone commented last week on Ground Line Reviews video saying Kizaru's basically like Kizaru is a fraud because he's light, he doesn't need acceleration, he has constant speed. So why would he need acceleration in order to go back, in order to hit Luffy like with the specific like amount of force that he needs? because light is constant and it doesn't need acceleration. And another thing that also came to my mind just now was like, wait, shouldn't he be able? Kizaru shouldn't, since he's light, he shouldn't age, because light doesn't know. It doesn't have a concept of time. It doesn't have internal clock. So Kizaru shouldn't age.
I don't know about that because we've seen him younger.
That is what I'm talking about, you see. So we've seen him younger, but ideally, Kizaru, after eating the devil fruit, he shouldn't age anymore, because he has turned into light.
Okay.
And light doesn't have a sense of time.
Is that one of the assumptions that we're making, just like the conversation we had 5 minutes ago about the other devil fruit and that assumption?
It's just my crazy theory, my head.
No, you're good. Drew's headcanon was destroyed much earlier in the stream too, so you can have your headcanon destroyed as well. Just like, are we making?
You know what? Fine, but I want to hear Oda mention it. I don't want to like assume it, because I don't assume that. I don't assume that at all. And unless Oda says that, I don't think that it should be a given, because there's plenty of he's mixing like properties of light and properties of what a human can do. It's like, okay, if I had a light ability, I'd be able to go really fast, boom, 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 and also I'd be able to shoot my little light beams. Okay, and because it's like the dreams, right? Like a devil fruit is like the dream of the person. So this is like somebody's dream of having a light ability. So unless the person dreamt of also not being able to de-age, but if they did, I'm on board.
Interesting application of how the devil fruit works, kind of like that Bonnie question. So, go ahead.
Sorry. Imagine someone dreamed about being a jacket.
There you go.
Somebody dreamt about being somebody else, and they're like, man, I wish I could just wear them as a jacket, and then I could just be that person. I could just be them. And that's, I feel, there you go.
So, I'm thinking of other useless devil fruit. I'm trying to think which other useless devil fruit did we see? Card.
Your body just becomes a cart.
Yeah, that's homeboy from Whole Cake Island. Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're good.
What was another one? So anyway, it doesn't matter.
So I'm just going through and going over what else we can follow in the last few minutes. I'm gonna what I found is we haven't talked about Zoro versus Rob Lucci, so there's that.
Oh yeah.
So we can have that conversation as well as Sin Tomorrow Saving Body. Again, going back into, do all three of those guys have a connection to Bonnie? And then we can end with the polls and stuff. And the MVP of the chapter. We also have to decide that. So real quick, Static said, what is the giant robot going to come into play? Very good thought. My thoughts chapter is pretty good. I hope we get a flashback soon about Bonnie. Seriously, we need that. And it's depending on how old people are in that flashback is a huge tell to is she a child or not. And then it may have to do with something with her aging ability. So I'm very interested in that as well. We do know it's a devil fruit. We do know her aging ability is a devil fruit. But one of the final conversations.
What chapter did she? Oh, Bonnie pops out of the water.
That was the first chapter of Egghead Island. That's all I remember, because it literally is how we kicked it off. It split the group up. That's how we knew that we were officially in a new new arc, because this group was split up. The group just got split up again. We have everyone who's in Punk Records. We have the people we have Sanji and Frankie who are heading to save Bonnie. And then whoever's on the Sunny. So, in that regards, Lucci versus Zoro, lads. Okay. Zoro.
Oh my god.
We have Predator versus Predator. I'm not sure which one is more deadly, the kitty or the moss head, but I'm very open to this. I might be more excited for this fight than Kizaru versus Luffy. Because that's gonna be like wild, and I can't really get my mind around it, so I can't get too excited. But claws versus swords, I can get very excited about that. Any thoughts, gentlemen?
Anytime and every time I'm putting my money on Moss Head.
Oh, well, of course. But we want to see Lucci nail. We want to see Lucci put Zoro on the back burner. On the back foot.
We want a good fight for sure.
We want a good fight, and we gotta see some classics. We gotta see some 10-finger pistol, maybe a 50-finger pistol. Like how Zoro always ups his numbers whenever he fights. He's like, 720 pound Phoenix Blast. So that'd be kind of fun if they're messing with numbers with each other. Let's see.
Does Lucci have numbers in his attacks? I don't think he does.
10.
No, it's 6 powers. It's a lot of the 6 power stuff. And then 10 finger. That's when he does like
Oh, okay.
But yeah, monster versus monster, predator versus predator. And the fact that he's huffing. Zoro hasn't gone Conqueror's hockey yet, so we have that. Also, not a minority. Even though Italians were kind of referenced as such as a while ago, he's no longer the minority hunter.
Okay, let's see. 6 power.
Well, Drew's still looking for that.
Gun.
Did you find it?
No, 6 king gun and a number. That's the one I was thinking about.
Okay.
Anyway, there you go. Please, that, please.
So, any other discussions or thoughts on the chapter? We'll be wrapping up we want to keep it to an hour or so.
In general,
Let's see.
Go ahead and can you say that again, Drew?
Netflix. Oh, I put a picture of Bonnie in general in the Discord, and yeah, you can definitely see that her mouth is like full of water. She's definitely coming right out of the water. Yeah, that's her original form right there.
Yeah,
it's like,
and it's seawater also.
Yeah.
So no Sanji. Sanji, get away.
A kid popped out.
Definitely a kid.
So again, who knows? Maybe the fruit may have stunted her growth, kind of like sugar, because again, that's sugar is forever in child form. So there's that type of thing as well. So we do need to take that type of stuff into play. But
I like that.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream. Read the last of the chats, and then we will do our VIP and who's going to be the thumbnail, and we will go ahead and get out of here. So, just jumping up. You're going to send tomorrow. It's okay to have a theory. Don't be like other people who are hellhound by their ideas, especially a whole Luffy versus Zoro fight scene after Whole Cake Island. Zoro fight scene after. As well as people who thought the raid would fail. Zoro uses hockey, by the way, against Luffy. He does? Hold on.
I'm looking at that right now, and I don't see any lightning, by the way, if that's what you're talking about. But also, I don't see the black, the black armament, because those are his gloves. Maybe that's what you're talking about.
Oh, no, he is.
Stamping. Where do you see it?
Page 8.
Oh, he activates it.
Page 8. Static with the snipe. Okay, Static. We're just like, wait a second, what? Okay. So it looks like at that moment, that's when he activated it then. Because, oh no, it's actually, the swords have the smoke around them. Interesting how Conquerors is going to be working with Zoro. I think that's going to be a very interesting part. But for those who just jumped in, if you want, we're about to end our poll. in the next minute or two. So please vote. Will JayGarcia reveal himself at Egghead Island? I will be calling the poll in the next minute. So again, if you want to contribute to the community poll, please vote, because we have 1 minute of it being open before we call it for the stream. Drew, go ahead.
My God, you can see the Conqueror's lightning coming off of Enma. I'm like way too hyped now. I can't believe I missed that.
Right?
Little Conqueror's lightning coming out of Enma.
That is...
Imagine Zoro cutting him up without even touching him.
Rob Lucci's got no chance, and that could be its own.
Yeah.
That could be its own question later on. Because I'm hoping next chapter, fingers crossed, Rob Lucci versus Roronoa Zoro. Hoping for that.
But does Lucci have Conquerors?
We don't know. I could assume so. I would assume that
I
he's a
think we
conqueror.
saw his clash with Luffy, right?
We did, but there was no middle.
Black Flash. Okay.
There's no like middle. They're not touching moment. Their fists hit.
Okay.
So that's the.
But
big
I
thing.
think that was like Black Lightning, right? So that was
I don't
maybe
know.
Amarrion?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't. You'll have to pull that up.
Yeah. I'll go
Raid
ahead
will
and check
fail. Zoro does have flames on. So yeah, that was an excellent shout out by Static. So now we are going to go ahead and end the poll. And our Warlord community has spoken. Will JayGarcia Saturn reveal himself at Egghead Island? And 50% of you amazing Nakama said yes. So we do. Community it's official. The Warlord community believes that JayGarcia Saturn will reveal themselves, take over the MK3, and who knows if the original Kuma has a higher authority than him. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. That would be incredibly interesting.
Dang. Why did you say that before? That's beautiful theory. Damn, I love that.
Wait. That caught me by surprise. Original Kuma having a higher authority?
Yeah.
Right, so ultimately he can make the call if his Kumis are doing baddies.
Yeah, so Kumis are doing bad. Well, Kumas just got taken back. JayGarcia reveals himself. They get them. Kuma potentially incomes because all I can think about is Sabate Archipelago when he's about to blast and he says, "Stand down, Kuma," and then he stands down and he automatic. That pacifista listens. So just saying, he could be the ultimate.
So Kuma is the back door.
Potentially. So, as far as MVPs of the chapter, Static, please let us know who do you think the thumbnail should be. What are y'all's thoughts? Because Bonnie's moving up, dude. Bonnie seems to be like a connecting piece throughout the entire chapter. I kind of want to stick away from people who have not been revealed in the anime.
Then Bonnie. Bonnie or Sentamaru?
Okay, Bonnie, but come on, the coolest panels today came from Kizaru with that like melting light, like the wide camera angle next to the wall. Pretty cool paneling there.
So we have Bonnie,
So
Kizaru.
I vote that Kizaru.
Can someone take a look at the stream and see, the channel and see if Kizaru's already had a thumb? If he hasn't had a thumb, that'll be Bonnie. If he hasn't, we'll go with Kizaru. Especially because it's Kizaru versus Luffy. We also have never had a Luffy. We haven't had a Luffy.
Live streams, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Kizaru was 1090.
Okay.
We've got 1090 Kizaru, 1091 Sentamaru, 1092.
Bonnie's up.
Sakazuki.
Yeah, last chapter when he melted off Kuma's face, that was pretty epic.
Yeah.
It's also the first time we've seen him do anything post time skip. That's his first attack post time skip, and it's what took Whitebeard's face off.
Yeah. And he took Kuma's face off with it.
I'm thinking Kid Bonnie. Kid
Fine.
Bonnie.
I'm in.
The one Drew dropped?
I found a colored version.
The one.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Okay, this has been a lot of fun. For those stopping by, we are the Runaway Warlords. This has been a great stream. Gentlemen, how are we doing on your end? Oh, and before I forget, big question. Going to the Shonen Jump app right now. Oh, it doesn't have anything. Can y'all see on your static also, or anyone, can you let us know the dreaded beautiful words? Is there a break next week?
Yeah.
Because that there is or there isn't.
Next chapter, October 9th.
There's a break.
Okay. So that means
change.
Yep, so that means we have a break next week. 2 chapters in a row. We were so spoiled. And it was just like, do we get 3 in a row? Can we get 3 in a row? I know, right? Right?
Yeah.
This is how starved we are for peak fiction. So right now we're just like, let me get that 2 chapters in a row. Let me get 2 chapters. Now let me get 3. Let me get 3. If we get a whole month.
Just 15 pages.
Yeah. 15 pages. I feel like I'm just like, just let me just rub these 15 pages all over me. It was so quick.
Hey guys, should we read this again? Should we just go through it again just one more time?
I'm good. I enjoy my friends, but also next week, that gives us a chance to give Segrain the ability to watch one more episode so he can make a firmer decision on the live action, and Drew to actually be able to make it for his thoughts on the series.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I said 11 for some reason, and I'm so sorry. I was way off.
No, we were literally ending the stream 2 weeks ago, and he's like, so that's tonight, right? And I'm like talking to Instagram. I was like, oh, yeah, we're not staying on either. So next week, more than likely, we will have our second review of a larger for the larger crew on the One Piece live action. So please stick around for that. I am working on a video for October. Samurai Drew's got a video coming out in the next few weeks about our conference, us versus Doki Dokkan. So keep an eye out for that. We crossed 900 subscribers on the channel. We're at 904. We are 96 away from 1,000. This has been an excellent battle with you gentlemen, and I cannot wait for more craziness to come.
Don't we get money at 1,000?
At 1,000, we automatically get put up for the program, but our watch hours have to increase.
So how many hours are there right now?
You'll get like
I'll have to dive into that, and we can do that off stream. But
Okay.
No, I don't. Yeah.
yeah, but we have to get our watch time up, which is big. But again, if we cross that 1,000 mark, YouTube will be picking up our videos a lot heavier because it's like legitimate. So if their focus is getting that money, so they're going to be pushing the stream towards more entities if we cross that 1,000 mark. So we're already at the point where our streams are getting roughly 60 to 80 views per. So
Per stream?
per stream, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so for those who have been jumping in these streams, really just having eyes on us and enjoying our goofiness is more than enough for us. It helps us grow, it helps the community be more apart. For those who've been seeing a little bit of the chat, like, we are fully engaged. We're not here for X, Y, and Z or all that. It's just all about the fun here. Me and Drew are friends in real life. Segrain is studying all around the world. Like, this isn't, hey, X, Y, or Z. This is us just wanting a fun community for nerds to be able to talk about anime, and always remember that anime is adulting. So, any final thoughts, lads, as we wrap up?
Beautiful day, beautiful stream. Thank you for gracing me with your presence on the Sunday church.
Yeah. While you're at bed, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do that before we end the stream.
Yeah. And as we move forward, we'll be talking to Segrain because Segrain's literally 13 hours ahead of us. So we might do a late night stream on next Sunday. So we'll talk about that. It will not be 11 o'clock at night because that makes no sense for all involved.
It is right now. It is 1:20.
Yeah, it's 1:20. So if we did 11 it would be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon for you. What?
Nobody's sleeping there?
Oh, his roommate just was walking out.
Yeah.
These are college students, bro.
He sleeps late.
These are college students, bro. What do you, I like how Drew's just like, I was in bed at 9 p.m. I was sleeping in like, you know darn well you weren't living that life.
4 years, I got an associate's degree, so I was not in bed at 9 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah.
No way.
Meanwhile, that's what he's thinking about this generation. But thank you all for joining us. Like, just even this stream alone has done very, very well. So this is just all part of the community engagement and just everyone being able to say, hey, thanks for coming out. So I'm going to take off. We're going to start running. Thank you all for joining us. I'm the DarkBriton of the Runaway Warlords. These have been my amazing Nakama, and we can't wait to see you on the next adventure. But always remember, anime is adulting. Peace.